this whole Atlanta experience literally is an experiment I always wanted to test out. I always wanted to try this shit out. Like I always wanted to present myself as nothing, even though I'm something, and just see like people's reaction to a person being themselves, but they don't look like what they are. Like I always wanted to see like I always been fond of the show Undercover Boss. Always. I always loved that show because it was like I always wanted to do that in real life. So this is like my Undercover Boss episode in real life because I'm seeing just like on Undercover Boss like how shit really go when a person's perception is they're more superior than you and they have more power and they have more say so and they have more pull and control than you do. um, you see who people really are based on their perception and their thought process and how they view things and how they view people. You see how people really move for real when they believe that they it and you not. And I always wanted to see, and I don't even know why I've always been so infatuated with Undercover Boss, but it's because shit, I'm like that. I'm just like them niggas that go in there and check on their companies to make sure everything going just right. Because you gotta do that shit. If you wanna win, you gotta make sure your standards are being upheld. You gotta make sure um, the standards and the quality that you got in business with in the first fucking place are being upheld because you want to stay in business. But I notice when you're not, like I'm 100% against micromanaging people, but I learned when you don't watch people, they get to moving like your shit is theirs. And they get to representing themselves in your shit like they would represent themselves instead of representing your shit like you would represent your shit. And it's like that's the the problem with finding good people is finding people who would represent your shit like it's they shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, and you need people that are prideful and integrous um that'll move correctly just because, not because it's theirs or it's not theirs. It's not about that. It's about the fact that a motherfucker give a fuck about representing the brand and making the brand look good. It's not about if you're the owner or not the owner. And that's the shit. That's the hardest shit to find for me. The hardest shit for me to find is people willing to represent the brand like it's theirs. I said what I said. It's all slow shit.